Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Today I'm going to be building a starter home for 8 Sims. This was quite the challenge, but I do like a good challenge every now and then. I don't think a lot of people start off with 8 Sims, but just in case you wanted to, here is a starter home that you can use. I think it's actually a little less than the starting funds you would get for 8 Sims because I had to do some gameplay, making sure some stuff fit. And when you go back in after entering build mode, it does depreciate some of the value of your items. But it's not too terribly off. It's just a few dollars or so. This is going to have 4 bedrooms and 2 full baths. This family consisted of 2 sets of twins, a boy and a girl, teen, and then 2 boys in the middle, and then just kidding, it has 3 sets of twins. So 2 teenagers, a boy and a girl, a set of twin boys, and then a set of twin girls as toddlers. This roof was actually not too hard to do. I changed up just a little bit, but all in all, that roofing was not too terrible. And I like this nice brown color. I don't use brown on a lot of my builds, so I thought that was a little different, and I think it turned out kind of nice. I did my best to use just base game for this build as well, and I think I managed it. I'm like 99% sure I managed to just use base game. So if there is an item that doesn't load, if you want to download this, then you can just replace it easily. It shouldn't be too much. Because you see, I start with that door from Strangerville, and I started using some other doors from Cats and Dogs, but I go in and take them out and switch them out for base game because I remembered I was trying to use base game. It is hard to remember that because the game makes it a little difficult, just a little tedious to kind of switch between the two, so I just made sure to go back and change everything once I remembered. Lots of windows in this house. I wanted every room to have a window except for that main bathroom there. It does not have one. But I thought, it's the bathroom. It's all right. You're very private in there. And here you can see I'm going back and remembering that I forgot to use base game doors. I do really hate using the base game doors for the interior and such because they're just so expensive. I really wish that we could get a base game door that was just cheaper, kind of like the ones from Cats and Dogs or Eco even. Just a little cheaper, easy little white door. That'd be nice. Did spend a little extra money on the counters in here, but I didn't put a whole lot, so I thought it was kind of worth it to make them look nice. I don't use that swatch very often either. I was trying to branch out a little bit and use some different colors, different wood tones. And I always use that sink instead of the cheapest one, even in my base game starter builds, because once you see it, I see that little cheap sink as a face. The knobs are the eyes, and the spout is the nose, and then the mouth is the opening to the sink. And now that I've seen that, I can't unsee it, so I can't use it. It just makes me laugh, so I can't do it. Here I'm just trying to make the bathroom fit. I did make sure all that worked through playtesting, and it is functional. And I remembered we had toddlers in here, so I did make the bathroom a little bigger. It kind of bumps out into the living area a bit, but I don't think it looks too terrible. I think it works okay. And when you're building a starter home, oh, and don't worry, I do change that bed out too. When you're building a starter home, I think it's really helpful to start out with your needs first. So it doesn't have to look pretty. Just go in, plop down all the beds you're gonna need, all of the bathroom stuff you're gonna need, toilet, shower, sink. Sink's not even absolutely necessary if you're really trying to go low budget, but make sure you plop down everything that you need and then move on to the need/wants is what I like to call them. So that would be like a dining room, table and chairs, even a couch. technically you don't need it for the space to function, but it's nice. It's nice to have. And I didn't put the very cheapest stove and such in here. I did go for a little more expensive stuff, but that's easier to do when you're building for 8 Sims because you get a lot more money when you're starting out. This placement of this dining room table was kind of hard. I wanted to have enough seating for everybody, but I thought, well, we got 2 toddlers. They can just, I don't know, they can sit on the couch, or maybe the teenagers can sit on the couch and eat. So I ended up just putting enough for 6 Sims to sit, but I thought that was plenty. And I've made the layout a little odd. It's kind of cramped. I don't have enough seating for every single person to sit and watch TV, but you know, it's The Sims. They're gonna stand and watch it even if you did have enough seating. So I just went with they all kind of cram on the couch together maybe. And I do switch this around a bit to make it flow a little better. I thought it kind of blocked off the space and had a lot of wasted area with this layout. I do wish we had a chair from the base game that matches that couch that had arms on it. I don't think we do, at least one that I think looks good without, you know, we've got the one that has the wood sides and stuff, but I'm not a huge fan of that one. But it would be nice to just add some arms to those chairs just to make them a little more, I don't know, because that's like a very modern look to me, and I think they just need arms. There, I'll just say it. I'll say it, no one else is brave enough to. And I'm just going through and designing the parents' bedroom a little bit, making sure there's paint on the walls. That's another, technically not a necessity, but it is sort of at the same time, adding paint and such. I was going to have all the twins have a room together, but I thought maybe the teenage boy just was kind of out of luck and the teenage girl was gonna get her own room. But they make it work. They all like each other, according to me. The toddler room is so tiny, but it is functional. They can get in there and sleep, and they can play with their tablet and the little toys there in the corner. So that's all they need. They're fine. I changed up the girls' room quite a bit, went back and forth with what colors to use in there. I was trying to match it with that bedding, which I ended up changing anyway, because the dark wood just I don't know, it made it so dark in there. So I do go back and change that. And I'm going back in and adding those tiles in there to match the walls in the bathroom. I thought that looked a little better. Putting in some activities for them to have, easel in the girls' room, and a guitar in the boys' room, and I do add a violin in there, I believe, for the younger boys. I love that wallpaper. It's one of my favorites to use in a kid's room or like a playroom. And I add I can't remember what it's called, like the sketchbook onto the nightstand there. You probably can't see it since it's black. But in a toy chest, lump of clay, gotta have that. I don't know why Sims love it so much, but they do. So, and the little robot lamp. I love that guy. He's really cute. I was going to try to change up the lighting in here too, but I ended up just keeping the cheap little lights in the room and then just adding the lamps just to kind of add some decoration to the room. I put a Blarfy out here for them to use. I thought, you know, it's a small space, so they know that everything's going to kind of overflow into the living area. You could even put some more kids' toys out there if you wanted to for your Sims. Added a little bookshelf into her room and then just kind of moved things around to where it looked a little more normal on the nightstand there. Added a backpack. I love those backpacks too. They add quite a bit to the room. Now I'm going in and just adding some basic little wall prints. I use those little bunnies and elephants and stuff in all my builds, so I was trying to change it up a little, but I end up going with Old Faithful there towards the end and putting in the little shoes over the beds, and I like that little butterfly print too. I thought it was kind of cute. I love those fruit paintings too. I think they look so cute, kind of stacked together like that. I didn't really add a whole lot to the house. I wanted to do some stuff outside too, but I wanted it to look semi-lived in. So, and you know, working with base game, you're a little more limited on what you can add as far as decor items go. I think it turned out pretty good though. I think I did a lot of variety, and yeah, I think it turned out all right. Now I'm working outside. I actually didn't use debug landscaping because I had a little bit of money left over there at the end, so I used normal landscaping, but just very minimal. And I remembered to put in, just write this down because this probably is never going to happen again, an indoor and an outdoor trash can. I know I should get an award, I think, for remembering to do that, especially in a starter home. I can't remember to do it in my super non-limited budget houses, but I can remember to do it in a starter home. Those paper towels were giving me some troubles there, but I got them. And this, I cut out so much time of me trying to put up that stupid blind. I thought it looked really good over the sink or over the window there, but it took me forever. It would not work with me, but I finally got it placed where I wanted it to go. Again, just trying to find the layout. I didn't want the dining room directly in front of the doorway when you walk in, but it's pretty close. There's a little bit of room there to walk around. Adding some more finishing touches in here to the living room to make it a little cozy. I added a little bookcase and a candle of some sort over at the end. And I can't remember if I got rid of the potted plant or not. No, I just moved it. It's definitely a fire hazard. Oh no, I got rid of the candle. Yeah, I know it's The Sims, but sometimes it just bothers me. It looks like it's going to be a fire hazard, so I did get rid of the candle right next to the plant. Now I'm just decorating the kids' rooms with lots of posters, and I recolored a lot of them. I typically don't, and I forget that there's so many different swatches for those posters. So it was kind of fun to change that up a little bit, give you some different characters to look at. They don't have a whole lot of money left over for decor in the kids' room, so posters it is for them. And I add a little calendar and a mirror for the teen girl so she can get ready over there, and she's got all her things that she needs to do for the day next to her backpack so she can hit the door prepared. That little 3-key thing is something I forget to use a lot too, but it's super cute. The fork and spoon in the kitchen are super cute too. I have one of those from my grandmother. It's like black cast iron. It's really cute. I have some from where she was overseas with my grandfather, and they're from Africa. They're wooden. They just don't quite fit. The wood tone is kind of different, and I would never ever want to touch them and change the way they look. So they are put away, but I do have them. I do love them. I just can't quite find a good place to decorate them. I tried to squeeze in some posters there for the kid on the top bunk. He's kind of out of luck with what he can do there, but I think it looks all right. Now we're going outside and adding some fun activities for the kids. Oh, activity. They have monkey bars. A couple of little garden boxes. And those barbecues are kind of expensive. I wish there was one that's a little cheaper that didn't, I don't know, that looked a little more normal to what you'd have in your backyard. I even got to add a fence. Isn't that great? Of course, I don't put a gate because most of the gates in this game look terrible with the fencing that we have, but just moved it back a little bit to make it look a little better with that opening there. And I make a little custom path with the outdoor spray, whatever you want to call it, spray stone. Instead of having to spend money on it, because I'm low on funds, as you can see there. And I do go back in and add some brown to it, some dirt, to make it look like it's kind of blended in there a little bit better. Add a couple trees. Actually, I added a few trees. I forgot I added that one in the front. And I was gonna put just a few bushes, but I looked, and the look I was going for is kind of incorporated in one bush, so I saved a little bit of money there just by putting him out. And then I put another little one over there on this right side of the build as well. Yeah, some pop of color there, some pink. And now I'm gonna go back and add the brown paint just to make it look like a little landscaping has been done, some mulch or whatnot. And I like to add it to the edges of sometimes the edges of the house, the edges of the paving, just to make it not look so stark. Make little circles around all the little pavers. You probably don't even notice it, but I know that it's there, so it makes me feel good. I hope you guys like this build a lot. I hope you can utilize it in your game. And make sure you give me a like and subscribe if you like what I'm doing here. You can download this on the gallery. Let me know if you guys want to see anything specific, a different kind of style of starter home maybe. I will see you guys on the next one. Bye-bye!